Weren't you like swapping hats?
I wouldn't be surprised. It sounds like me.
I'm pretty sure you did. I don't know. I swear to God, you swapped clothes. I don't know if you don't remember that. And then I wrote as a joke, which is not going to happen, the bar mask, which was really funny.
My alter ego.
Yeah. Party, party, party! We're back,
You thought you heard it all last week. We are back with round 2 of Party, Party, Party.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Alex, Mitch and Trent Show. We thought that one part of planning parties and shenanigans and all that jazz,
Party.
part 2
was not enough. And so we thought Party 2.
Party, part 2.
Party part 2? Or too many parties?
Party, part 2.
Party pie.
Party pies.
Let's go.
That's a good thing to have at a party.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not talking.
No, we're not talking
That
about
was last
Sorry,
episode,
that was last
mate.
episode. Sorry, I'm passionate about my food at parties. Sorry.
Wait, just quickly, talking about party pies at Key's party.
Yeah. The cold milk?
I had a
Frozen.
listen.
There was
I had a
party
cold
pie?
party pie, and it just sat there. It just sat.
He's pointing at
And-
his lower.
It was
I've come across rude. What food was there?
Hot dogs.
Hot
But I
dogs.
didn't
hot
eat
dogs
one, 'cause that was personal choice.
and party pies.
They look delicious.
Sausage rolls.
Hot dog. You ate a hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dogs. I made hot dogs.
Shenanigans.
Hot dogs were there?
Yeah, hot dogs.
When was that?
Party
Like for
pies.
dinner?
Huh? No, and then pizza later on.
That's right.
Yeah. You don't remember? You don't recall this? Like, it's okay.
You sound like
You were
you had some
There were a lot of
shenanigans.
shindigs. There were some shindigs
Yeah.
going on there.
Mate, people were doing handstands.
You're talking some real shenanigans right now.
He's not even
There was
joking.
pizza?
No pizza.
There was pizza.
Yeah, what up?
It's a big one.
Pizza?
I ordered pizza.
When? I just remember you coming out with.
Trent ordered multiple Domino's pizza.
Yeah.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah. Like every hour there was like new food.
Every hour.
No.
No, he's just pulling our leg now.
No.
Every hour. Domino's.
No.
We've got Red Rooster.
6:30 was hot dogs. 7:30 was meat pies.
Meat pies.
So like sausage rolls.
yeah, party
Hang
pie.
on.
Party.
So
Party
I only
pie.
remember the hot dogs.
Yeah, same. Mate,
And then Domino's later on. I just remember saying, I just got pizza in my mouth at one point. I was like, woo!
Mitch, I know what? I think we had a knee slapping time. I think we had a cowboy rootin'
Jesus
to.
Christ.
Yeah, there was a slapper of an event. I would return.
Yeah.
Handstand and all.
You get used to this now that I'm playing cricket again because now that the Saturdays drinking during the day.
Yeah, hey, you know what, Mitch? We're both going to be on the same adventure.
Yeah.
So that's
Man,
it.
I'm going to be having a great snooze on a Sunday.
Oh,
No.
you will be. I think we all will be.
I ain't playing cricket on Sundays.
Oh, mate. You got to make it there. That's
Well,
the
that's it.
important
Well, hey, I made it there.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not what we're talking
Yeah, I know,
about.
Mitch. You really.
Sorry.
We haven't
I did not
you
derail that.
You want to talk about cricket?
Who was talking about cricket? Trent, fuck's sake.
Trent, come on,
Anyway,
I'll be honest, I just let you guys go. I was like, all right, you guys you bring this train back. I always try and bring the train back.
It's because you
the train
derailed
never
it.
leaves the tracks. The train never leaves the tracks. And me and Alex are talking. It's all good.
Bring it back, baby.
Oh, go ahead, guys.
No, that's what I'm saying. You chime in.
So Mitchell started this whole beautiful conversation about shenanigans. So he was talking about when the other night at our beautiful party that we had, we pretty much got into some shenanigans. We barely remember a lot of the night, but you know what? It was an incredible one for the memories that we do have. Okay, so we're all going to start, I don't know, pondering back on our past and thinking about some amazing
circumstances
that we found ourselves in. And you know what? I think you're all going to be very interested to hear what we find as entertaining.
Well, that's more the point.
Yeah, it's all about entertainment, and
We entertain ourselves.
we regret nothing.
No.
Oh, no. We're pretty good.
I don't know what I can really say that is like, it sounds bad because like,
Here we go.
that's like no, like I have no idea what. Have you got an example of something I've done that would be like? You boys I've kind of put the show on for you guys. I'm like, this might make Mitch and Alex laugh, or make them.
You know what?
Actually, make Mitch laugh, and then make Alex go, Trent.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Or just the head shake, the classic head
I want
shake.
to talk about a fun time that we had at the Deluxe Bar years ago. We went there for...
Oh no.
I hated it. All you can drink cocktails for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Sat there and copped that for 3 hours.
Can you give them an understanding what the cocktails were like or what they tasted like?
Yeah, so they taste like trash.
Like
one was
sugar.
Fruit Tingle, one was Cosmopolitan, the other one was, I think it was just vodka soda.
I reckon
it was
a good way to describe how it tasted was, so you know, an Aldi soft drink,
Yeah.
but no fizz, no water in it, just the syrup.
Yeah.
Just syrup. It was
and then
drinking...
with like a pug's nuts dipped in it right before they give it to you.
Hugs nuts.
I don't know. I'm trying to get a little. I'm just trying to switch it up. Anyway, so we went there. We were there. How's this, people? We were there for cocktails. Amigos. We were there for all you can drink cocktails at 6 o'clock. To then keep going from then on till the joint closed at whatever time in the morning.
Yeah,
Long day.
Do you remember any specific memories for that night, or was it just
No.
just there? Because I can't think of any either.
I think of one, and this sort of relates to just how we entertain ourselves. The Trogmaster. He's sitting there eyeing off this vending machine.
Oh.
Eyeing this thing off.
That was a good night. You talking about where there was the...
No, I'm just saying the cocktail part sucked ass.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
But as soon as Trent's eyeballed, I saw his eyes light up like Christmas.
I love a good claw machine.
He saw that little vending machine, the claw machine, sorry, I should say,
Yeah.
and his eyes lit up and he goes, there's a snorkel in there.
Yeah. This happened.
And
This is great.
he looks at me, Alex, and he goes, he looks me in the eye like he's got like intent. Like I've never seen so much intent in his life. He's like, "There's a snorkel in there, Mitchell." I was like, "Righto, Trent." He goes, "I don't have any cash." And I was like, "Righto, Trent." So get out my wallet, give him what I had.
Like, Dad, please.
Give him what I had. Alex joined in. I even think a couple of just randoms joined in because they saw just how passionate he was about getting this snorkel. Probably half an hour, 45 minutes later.
Long time.
The celebration.
It was 45 minutes later.
The celebration. Trent hits. He gets that snorkel.
From a vending
I
machine
can't
at a club.
tell you how involved everybody got in to Trent getting the
I actually have a
snorkel.
photo of you guys and the snorkel as well.
Correct.
That's about Instagram. It's going up, baby.
The whole left-hand side of this bar watching him because everyone knew he was going to get the snorkel.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of
No,
when.
sorry.
$3,000 to $4,000 down, but
So it was 45 minutes.
It cost me a bit.
It was 45 minutes later. It was Mitch about $20 down at least. And it was also the bartender feeling bad for me and giving me a few free goes.
didn't he get around some of the cruises as well? Cause
Oh, yeah.
Get into the story.
I'm talking about next week.
Anyway, so eventually, as he always does, he pulls through, gets that snorkel. There it is, lifting up with the claw, drops into the little thing. Crowd goes wild. Trent pulls it out, opens it, celebrating. The bartender comes along and gets us all snorkels as a celebration for him getting it. He saw how involved everyone is for him to get it. He actually went to the bar and bought snorkels to the table so that we could... bought cruisers to the table
To do a snorkel.
so that we could do snorkels. And he
good.
took photos and videos and...
was-
he explained the whole situation and it was fucking just so funny. But literally, that was an hour and a half of our time at a bar. Just at a vending machine.
To clarify,
Or a claw machine.
that was during COVID as well,
was
when
like-
we had to sit down.
it was
We had to
sitting.
sit down at our
2020s,
tables.
yeah. literally
Yeah,
COVID.
We
that
had
was-
to
it was
sit down,
sit
and
down.
we had Scooter like a couple meters away.
Yeah, Scooter was slapping
One of
on
the
the
DJs.
slapping on the DJ booth as he always does.
Yeah,
Amazingly,
that was so funny.
Then Trent spent 45 minutes to an hour on a claw machine.
I-
Got a snorkel out of it, and we carried that with us for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
You could probably ask us where it is now. We have no idea.
That's
we
right.
lose
That's
all our
generally what
snorkels.
happens to snorkels.
That's just another relic. That's just another relic of of our
The
adventures.
forgotten.
The forgotten soldiers.
The remembered, but the
Forgotten
forgotten.
soldiers.
The lost, but never forgotten.
That's the thing. That's the thing I love. Like just how entertained we can find it. We can find ourselves so entertained.
By the little things.
By the little things.
By the-
There's that-
we are children, and
like-
that's
like-
what
yeah.
everyone's
Still,
going to
like, we went
discover.
to- on random
went
shit.
to the Dark Horse in Bulla not long ago for a family dinner.
No.
And literally 10 of us are swarming around the claw machine trying to
Hey.
get fluffy toys. Blind.
One of my big
what are we
moments.
doing? It's
I'm
just
pretty.
like,
I think it was me who started. I don't know. It was me or Trent. We ended up all over there, anyways. And there was this. I think there was. I ended up getting 3 things from the vending machine. And being an inner child, I just why not? I want to win something. That's a great feeling. I walk over there. I'm like, let's do this. I get it, and I'm like, yes, I'm a champion. I turn around, beautiful child behind me. One of our Eden, which is Nigel and Jamie Lee's child, standing there, just won it. I'm like, yeah, I'm a champion. And I look over this beautiful child, and he's looking at me like, like, can I have it? And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm a grown man. I got to be responsible. I hand it over.
put another 10
I
bucks in the
put on 10 bigs, win again. I'm like, yeah. Turn around. I'm like, okay, all right, got to be responsible. Third time round, I turn around. I'm like, nah, this is mine. I need to walk away with something tonight because I'll be in tears if I don't. But that's just the inner child of
Best
us.
part was just watching that.
First one, I'm like, that's fine. Like, I can go away with just that win. But on the second one, I'm like, all right. The third time, I'm like, nah, I need to cuddle this tonight. It's gonna get me through. It's gonna get me through. We're basically big children. That's what you're gonna discover by the end of this.
I've got a question I can ask us all.
What?
Okay, yeah, all right, straight into it. I was like, so
sorry.
the last episode we were talking about a lot of the things that we want to have at a party to make the party, but I don't think we talked a lot about what we don't want at a party and some things that we don't like to see at a party.
And we're the experts because we are the pros of do's. So
Yeah, so
we
it-
know what we
pros
don't
of-
want.
Are you planning a party this weekend? Think about this when you're getting that party ready. So don't do these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could write a book. We could be famous. We could be famous.
book of
The
party
do's and
planning.
don'ts of party.
Yeah.
I don't know. Copyright now.
But Trent, what's some red flags for you when you rock up to a party? What's something that you see? It's just like you take it easy.
I would say
what-
a red flag, get to a party, a red flag would be people on the roof. Not good.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna discredit. Could be a WWE, like a wrestling
Okay.
event. Someone could be jumping off the roof.
Another red flag would be if I rock up to a party and the first thing I see is Trent's ass cheeks. No one wants that.
I don't know. People
I
got to
don't
see my
know.
butt
Yeah,
crack.
it's actually.
People got to see my butt
Yeah,
crack.
remember at the party, he was
Yeah.
talking about it goes up to you.
It goes off someone. My
He
butt.
had to wear a hoodie to cover it. It's kind of the opposite of everything we spoke about of what the do's, the things we do want at a party.
Don't invite Trent.
So if that's a key one.
That's
Don't
first
forget
one.
that. Don't
Yeah.
forget. I'm a bit concerned when I go to a party and there's no fridge space or any like coolers or eskies with ice.
Eskies,
That's like
yeah.
you got to have prime temperature for your drink, as you would know, Mitchell Coy.
Yeah.
Well, we used a bathtub
Yeah.
and I could use a wheelbarrow. I cut the wheelbarrow, but I had the option for a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that. You know,
Cut the wheelbarrow. What does that mean?
I was like going to use the wheelbarrow, but decided to cut that. Cut
Cut it, get rid of it.
like-
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you meant
like-
like cut it into a
No,
shape.
like I cut bits from the show sometimes.
Yeah.
I cut. I
Don't
cut.
lie, you've never cut it.
I've never cut a
It's
bit.
all raw. It's all natural. Another thing is, it's hard if it's not your party, but it's someone else's party. Rocking up at a party where you don't know too many people, which is fine, 'cause you've got to be social. But when they like seclude themselves into like
Yeah.
separate, we try and bring everyone in or get everyone involved in games when we play.
Yeah, like at parties. So this is one thing that segregates going out to like a club and going to a party. Is once you're there, you're there with everybody that's there. You're not just there with like that one or two people that you know. So if you find yourself in a conversation
Yeah.
with people that you may not know too well, that's where you want to be. Like you need to just allow yourself to be in that moment, in that time.
I'll give you this though. If it's an anxiety issue or something
Oh,
like
of
that,
course.
then like totally
Of course,
like
of course. But
bear
there's-
to your own.
Of course, yeah. But there's always a way. There's always a way to go about that. Like you can just, like just I've got to go to the toilet. Like
that's a $1.20 favorite.
Instead of disengaging from it entirely and segregating yourself.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, everyone's got to understand their limits. Like sometimes for social gatherings, they can be hard, especially in like a more intimate setting as like a party at somebody's house.
Yeah.
So I get that, but when you find yourself in a circle with people that you may not know as well, having a conversation, they can be some of the most enriching moments of your life.
Oh, 100%.
And you need to try and back yourself,
branch out, meet new people.
You have to, as hard as it is, they're the best moments to back yourself into a conversation and enjoy that moment.
I think I've formed my closest relationships with people in events and parties is while playing games. That's why I love playing games at a party, because all those walls come down. You're not focused on sitting next to someone and communicating with them like, "Hi, how are you? What is the weather?" No, it's let's have fun playing a game. This is going to make us relax anyways by drinking.
There'll be a bit of banter between games.
Exactly.
You'll learn a bit about each other and...
Yeah, it's a good icebreaker, I think. And that's
after
the key.
the game, you might sit down and have a drink together, or you've gathered from that game. Yeah, he's caught up on his own wavelengths, different to mine. Then
Yeah, and what about this? This is infamous. I bet we've all experienced this once. When you go to a party and, God bless that person who takes you there or who does it. Like, they're trying to do the right thing, but at the same time, maybe it is just me. We'll find out. But you go to a party and you just walk out and there's, like, huge people, like 15 people, 10 people, 20 people, whatever it is. And it just goes dead silent. You walk out there and they're like, "Oh, everyone, this is John." And everyone just looks at you.
That is the biggest party don't.
Wait. The biggest party don't. Never do that.
Producer Jason actually met a lot of our friends this past week.
Trent.
I'm pretty sure I did
Trent
that to
did
you.
that.
Did I do that to you, Jason?
Yes, you did.
Yeah!
You did.
So
Yep.
don't do that.
Yeah, but hey, that was a bit of fun. I knew what I was doing. I'm like, he'll be right. Off you go swimming.
He's an awful person, Jason. I just had this dumb flashback for party. And it's something I thought of not too long ago, and it actually brings the biggest smile to my face, because it is just the epitome of who we are as kids. The three of us, it was just the three of us at a time. My sister wasn't there, was she?
No, she was there.
She was there?
She was in on that shit.
She was there. We're all kids in our brains. We're in the infamous Mexico in Cancun, I believe.
I'm trying to remember the name.
A bit of a party hub.
It was
the one that...
Moo Moo.
No, Moo Moo was across. That was the R&B place.
That was owned by... Moo Moo was owned by, what's his name? Jim Carrey. Apparently, that's what they said.
Hey, this is great content.
It
was owned by Trent Forsyth.
So, hang on. So he owned Moo Moo, but didn't own the club across the road that had literally the mask as a sculpture in front of it?
Wow.
Was it Moo Moo or was it that one? I don't know. Maybe it was that one. But someone pointed at a club across the road.
Moo Moo was one that played like the proper
R&B. That was my magical place, man. I love that. But that memory wasn't at the Moo Moo. The memory was at this name of a place, which we will find out one day. Quick shout out. I want to go Trent on the spot. Get ready. It's that time where you try and throw people off. Oh, you already know the answer.
You've thrown me off.
You ready? You ready? What was the name of the party hostel we stayed at? Don't you say it? You know it, don't you?
No.
You don't know it either? Oh, what is going on, guys?
Was it Casa or something?
No. Do you actually know it?
Benito.
He doesn't know it. You had glasses with the name on it.
Oh.
M. Starts with M. How do I Man, I had such a good time.
Monte Carlo biscuit.
Close. No. It was called Mezcal.
Mezcal. Oh, yeah.
Hey, well done. That was awful,
good.
guys.
Yeah. How do you remember that?
I don't know. I had good memories. So when we were at... it was basically imagine a Las Vegas strip of clubs or any.
This was in Cancun.
This was in Cancun.
It was a party hub.
Distance. Yeah, it was a party hub, walking distance across the road from the beach. You pay can't give you the exact amount of money, like $25 US, $30 US, something.
Could have been 50.
Could have been $3,000 for all we know. Could have been 100 nuggets, Trent. We don't know. So we went there as a part of our hostel. You go as like a bar crawl, and it was incredible. Everything. You paid for the ticket, and you got everything included, and we got paid a little bit extra to get like a little VIP booth. Okay, and this isn't like the Australian VIP booth where they give you a little bottle of vodka and a couple of mixers. this entry included every single drink you want. Okay, so we had, imagine like a big, huge jug full of straight alcohol, and then there were little shot glasses, and we could pour as much as we want.
Oh my
They will
God.
bring it to us whenever we want.
Do you
whatever
remember
we
what
order.
it tasted like?
Awful. Tasted awful.
Well, no. To me, I came up with this thing was it tasted like jam on toast.
I don't remember.
And so I can't do shots, but I remember it
Tequila.
tastes like jam on
Tequila.
toast.
It was tequila.
Tequila? Or the tequila and then washing it down with the vodka Red Bull? The vodka raspberry,
Maybe
sorry.
you're
Vodka Ra-
associated.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's
That's what it was.
I think that was
it was the tequila, because then we got tequila and vodka raspberries.
Yeah, on
and
the
we
side.
filled the
That's
table.
right.
So
Right, yeah.
imagine our discerning listeners of Melbourne or anyone in Australia, I guess anyone internationally
Around the world.
might have a different. Might
Maybe
have
someone in
They
Mexico.
might have there, but they've got different drinking experiences to us.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying. So when you go to a club in Australia and you get a tray full of shots, if you got a shot for everyone on the table, like 10 shots, you'd be down $100, $80. We got that unlimited, as much as we wanted. So it was just a recipe for amazingness,
I was
not disaster.
coming off food poisoning.
Yeah, it was a journey.
The table service was because we tipped the bar.
Correct.
So we didn't get the table.
Nah,
so
yeah.
We had to wait
We paid the extra, we tipped.
for people to leave the table, and then we secured that table.
And
gave
then they
money
just kept
to one
coming
of
back.
the bartenders, and instead of us going to the bar and lining up,
kept
whenever we were like half empty, they just come and top it up.
It wasn't like a tip though each time. It was a
No,
tip.
no, it
No,
was
you
just
pay it
the
and that's
one-off
it.
lump sum
one
at the
off.
front.
Yeah, up front. Yeah.
Like
Like
maybe
three
maybe
Australian dollars.
Yeah. It might
was
have only been like 20
ridiculously
Australian
cheap.
between
Yeah.
four
It was
or five
just-
of us.
and-
Ridiculous.
Anyways, the journey begins after obviously a couple of those trays and having a couple of drinks. Yeah, we were up on this podium near our table. We were above everyone, and oh god, the party had everything going. The music was loud. People were crowded everywhere, and there were heaps of people underneath us, like just below us in the ground floor below.
Maybe like,
And
maybe
then-
like 2 meters below, like
Yeah,
2 meters
yeah,
below us. Just
yeah,
like
2
in
meters, a
front
meter
of
and a half, and this amazing balloon drop happened where it was hitting the peak. Like it was just couldn't have been any.
You
better.
know, a balloon. When a balloon drop
Yeah.
happens, it's a special
it's
occasion.
heaven. It's heaven.
us.
It's
Yeah,
the-
but it wasn't just the balloon drop. So all the balloons started dropping from the sky, but then all these other workers that were there started coming through the crowd with bags of balloons and handing them out to
I
everybody.
don't remember that. I can't remember the name of the place.
But it wouldn't surprise me. 'cause
Yeah.
The energy kept on going.
Oh,
so.
So yeah, we grabbed these balloons. Mitchell, do you want to explain it?
Yeah, you ever seen those guys that get those really super long balloons and stretch them in to make them into animals? And
Clowns.
The clowns. Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
Literally like those, but like they were I never recall them even being that big. Like they were huge, like really super long balloon thingies.
Yeah, like you make party
Yeah,
animals.
you
out
make
of
part.
them. The
Yeah,
big
you
long
make part
ones.
of that
Yeah.
long. Yeah,
We're up on a podium.
yeah.
Yeah,
And we got our hands on them.
yeah. It was. And then what happened next, Trent?
Turned into my sort of fun shenanigan game.
I was having a ball.
Oh, ball.
Everyone jumped in. We're like how many shots deep at this point?
That didn't matter.
It
anymore.
didn't matter at this point.
We were having a ball.
Half
We were
ball
there. We're dancing on this podium. We're in fucking Mexico, and then we all get one of these balloons each. And then it was one of us, and I was like, "Hey, oh, it was me, no."
each. Who knows?
Who
We don't
was
know
it?
who it was.
All I recall is it was like, "Hey," a tap on, and we're tapping on.
Reaching over the podium down onto the floor below us, tapping on people's shoulders.
Yeah.
So yeah, these balloons were like, imagine sticking your arm
like
out right
one-
now.
like-
Yeah,
like two
imagine
arms.
sticking
They
your
were two
arm,
arms.
2 arms. So your whole arm, then double it. That's how long they were. So we had really good reach.
Well over a meter long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
And it was this little fun thing, like tap people on the shoulder. And then we all had these balloons, and we all started doing it. And it turned into like everyone just turning their heads, like, "Oh, you tapping on the
Yeah,
shoulder?"
like
You tapping on the shoulder?"
at a club, everyone's bumping into each other, and you've got a couple of 6-year-olds on the thing poking
We're on
people.
this podium, and we're giggling. Like everyone, you think about that.
Yeah,
We thought we were just no one could see us.
yeah.
But really, we were on top of a podium,
Reaching down with a 2-meter balloon.
2-meter balloon. But
It worked?
and we kept on working. Then it turned into another thing. Is that we started tapping people on the shoulder, and then someone else would then dunk
Dunk the balloon into their drink. And then it would like splash and it would go everywhere.
And we thought we were subtle, but I don't know. I don't know. Looking back now, I don't know.
I know that the head turns were pretty great.
It turns are pretty great, but then like looking back at the drink, like, oh my god, why have I got such a shaky hand? Thinking they just spilt their drink, but it was us at the balloon.
To be fair, these people had already paid for unlimited drinks for the entry, so we weren't really. We were just having a ball. We were having a ball.
That was probably the best half an hour of Mexico.
But that's the scary thing is I think we were there for a lot longer. I reckon the balloons that we had in our hands were starting to deflate.
I don't remember getting down from the podium.
Yeah.
I also remember the Domino's pizza at the front.
Yeah, that was
Quote unquote.
Oh, mate, that
That
was.
was sitting in his motorbike for 6 days.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll have a slice.
Last episode, boys and girls, we mixed it up. We threw a curveball. I threw a curveball. I began the curveball.
Don't throw it back to me again.
I'm not.
Thank you.
I was gonna throw it to. You know what? No, you just. I swear on anything on this planet, I was about to throw it to Mitch, but then you called out and interrupted me, so you can be thrown to it. Trent, can you please pass over to the amazing Jace? Go.
All right, Jace. Is this how Alex does it? He talks like really intimately into the microphone, and he's all like, "Hey,"
And he looks at me. Sorry.
Yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh.
So, oh, you stuff it? Did you? Oh, you muffed it. Oh, are we keeping that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're keeping
no,
it.
We're not keeping that.
Yeah, we're keeping it. Yeah, we're keeping
Producers
it.
made the call. Producers made the call.
So, Jason,
No.
what's the time for?
You have to do it. You have to throw it.
Oh, you're not gonna go until.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Listen,
We'll start
come on,
again.
mate. He's got a job.
Okay.
This is my one job.
Guess what? We're keeping this
Grass
on.
Valley on the news.
So just like you gotta look at me in the eye.
Okay.
Like you mean it.
All right.
Yeah. Like your
Okay.
eye fucking me.
That's the one.
Oh, that was sort of a bit creepy.
I got a twitch.
You gotta twitch the eye. Are you gonna give me candy?
Is it like this?
Yes,
Jason,
Trent.
I think Mitch wants to throw the producer's pick to you.
Oh.
I threw
Thank fuck.
I wanted to do that.
Dude, seriously, I've been watching you for 7 weeks, 8 weeks, just taking it.
Bit longer.
No, but we agreed on that earlier.
I know, but it's been hurting me inside.
That's why I tried to throw it to you, but then Trent stole it away.
Trent tried to steal it.
No,
But
mate, Trent stole the
Jason,
magic.
this is our moment right now. I want you to look me in the eye.
Oh
and
my
understand.
god!
I'm looking.
You see where I get it from?
I'm looking through you.
I'm
at the
about
moment.
to throw to you,
What a throw.
Do
and
it.
I want you to give me
Catch it.
and the discerning amigos a mighty producer's pick
For you, Mitch. Well,
for me.
I will, and for our listeners.
Stunning.
Fuck Trent though.
Yeah, fuck me.
Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah,
Yep, I'm feeling it right now.
good. Feel it.
And now it is that time of the show. It is, everyone, the producers pick.
Only a few more of those left in the season.
Only
Only a few more left of those until the end of the season, guys. That's yeah. You still got more of these to go.
sad.
So what, you got those picks ready?
The what? Oh, what?
The picks ready for the producer's pick.
What future picks or?
Yeah, I've just got them all ready. Like I don't know.
Oh no, I make it up as I go along.
He's derailing
Why
it.
would I? I would never.
I'm spontaneous.
I would,
like that.
I would never derail this podcast.
You literally just derailed me.
He tried.
So, listeners, yes, this is Party Part 2.
Part one, now there is two. Yeah, part two.
And what another amazing episode it has been. So, what I want to know, and I think what our discerning listeners want to know, but it's more about what I want to know, is, okay, we've all been in that sort of situation where we've partied hard, we've had a great time, we might have had several drinks too many, and we pass out somewhere. Now, what I want to know is, where is the most weirdest, strangest place that you've had a little, impromptu nap, so to speak? Alex.
Is it? Does this? Okay, so hear me out. My memory is terrible as it is, but you expect me to remember my own time I passed out. These guys
actually-
probably might know a better answer for me. than
Well,
I
yeah,
will.
you can answer for each. You can answer for each other.
Up there in the list.
That's a good point, 'cause
I don't want to repeat the same one I've done previously, but falling with my head in a couch full of earwigs is up there for a good one. For passing out.
What?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
That was Trent's 18th. Yeah, I had too many, and a couple of waters, and then went to bed. I saw a beautiful couch that looked beautiful in my eyes, but then realistically, I put my head in there, and there was earwigs everywhere, and I slept out in the cold all night, and that was pretty much my saddest moment in my life. It's all downhill ever since. All right, Trent, go.
What's a weird one? A rough one? A weird one? Which one can I share? Is also another one.
That is a good question.
Because, speaking of, deluxe before Mitch, we were, having a big night, and it was a lot of cocktails. And, that night, one stuff off the claw machine. Had a lot of cocktails again. Had a big night dancing and all that sort of thing. My previous workplace, they were Twitch streaming at the time. After that, I think I donated like $200 to them on their stream. I woke up the next morning, I'm like, why did I do that? And then, so it was a special night. I think it was one of our first weekends out. It was also, I think, the silly season, which is between the 21st of December to Australia Day. That is the silly season. You enjoy your beers whenever you like. There is no rules for partying between those periods. It is the silly season. And so we got a hotel for this night as well. And like the boys were, having their thing, and like they were making their
Having their thing.
having their thing,
Playing the
And I'm
claw
like,
machine, having a good time.
having their thing, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna head back to the room. Did I make it back to that room that night, boys?
Eventually.
In the morning. In the morning.
I was like, okay, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to order the Uber. I was sitting there and I just fell asleep while I was ordering the Actually, I ordered the Uber. The Uber came. I was asleep and I suspect that he pulled up to me sleeping, saw me. I was like, nah, cancelled, drove off. I was asleep in there for about 2 hours, I suspect.
Like, whereabouts exactly were you?
I was in Essendon.
Around the corner from Deluxe.
Yeah.
On the pavement?
Yeah, no.
No,
Just
it's
in a
not
little
pavement.
alley.
In a little nook?
No, not even an alley. It was a nook. Yeah, it was a nook. I was just like,
Stairs up?
yes, no. It was it was a little bit around the corner. I kind of did a little bit of a walk.
Okay.
And because I was like, oh, probably not a good place to go to, but where everyone is. So I was silly me. Yeah. So I sat down. I was like, I'm just going to shut my eyes while I wait for it. Uber came. I woke up 2 hours later. I'm freezing cold. I'm like, what's going on? Wake up, order the Uber to go back. Get back to the thing. Go to 7-Eleven. Get myself a sick hot dog. Get back into the hotel room and you two boys are sound asleep. I snuggle up next to Mitch.
I woke up the next morning. I was like, you stretch, you're hungover. When Trent wasn't in when we got back, we remembered that Trent wasn't here. So I must have gone home, whatever. Rolled over. And there's I don't think Trent was facing me. So
The big truck.
He was just like on his shoulder on the other side. I was like,
What have I done last night?
I think me moving woke you up, and then you rolled over and you looked at me.
Hey, man.
I haven't doing. And I was like, oh, Trent. I was like, oh, well, you used to go back to sleep. And I just like rolled my goes, fuck it. Went back to sleep.
What are you, Mitch?
Shit. For me, you've definitely got better stories of where I've slept from what you've seen me sleep at.
Oh, I could name
One for me that I
We
know
can give you a
of.
top 5.
No, just let it.
The fact that I've got a top 5 is just embarrassing, but I've probably got a top 10. Anyway,
10,000.
one for me that I remember. I was working. Yeah, I can tell the story. I was working the Australian Open. I was working the Australian Open. I was on the night shift. Well, night shift. It was 3. I think it was a 3 o'clock start till the job was done. So it was meant to be till 11. Could have been 12, 1, 2, whatever. Anyway, so one particular night, I did my 3 to 12:30. I finished, and then I met everybody out in the city. We went out on an absolute fun time. It was actually quite a rager, actually. Finished up at whatever time in the morning, and I was sitting at Southern Cross, and I was like, do I get a train home, and then obviously get a train all the way home just to get on the train to come all the way back to Southern Cross to go back to work for 3 o'clock, or do I find myself a place to have a bit of a kip and then get back into it the next morning or whenever I woke up? I decided the latter, and
You said the ladder?
the latter,
The latter.
the latter of the two.
Oh.
So the other option.
Oh my
which was-
God.
I know.
You just hit me for 6. I was like, excuse me.
Anyway,
I've never said that.
so I was like, fuck it, I'll just find somewhere to sleep. No worries, should be fine. Walked into Southern Cross, took a piss, just a good piss, and then
In the toilets?
in the toilets.
Just clarifying.
I am, yes. And then I moseyed around and found some like an open locker area, and I just sort of crammed myself in there for a sleep for as long as I could until security woke me up and took me out of there. to which it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. There was absolutely no way I was going home to then come back to work had to be there at 2 o'clock to log in and check in and get my outfit and blah blah blah. So I literally walked around the city for 2 hours, hungover as shit, and then strolled straight back into work.
That is a cracker, mate. That is
For round 2.
And I know exactly where that luggage place is.
Like if anyone that's been to Southern Cross knows the toilets where close to the Hungry Jacks is, you walk past, on the left is lockers, on the right's the toilets.
Yeah.
Those lockers, I had a kip there.
And it's away from the elements.
Away from
It's
the elements.
quiet. It's
It's a little bit too secluded.
A little bit. Yeah.
But anyway,
You found
thankfully it was security that woke me and not anybody else. And I carried on somehow after that.
That's all we can do, Mitchell.
all we
Is
can do.
carry on in the
Carry
moment
on.
we're found.
Correct.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Alex, Mitch and Trent Show. Is that bad? Should I try that again?
Definitely do that again. Do that again.
I was like being punched. I was like, welcome to the train. And it's like a motorbike. Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Alex, Mitch and Trent Show. We're getting close to the end of our season. I think we're at this point now after part 1. Now part 2. We're about maybe 2 or 3 weeks off our next our season finale.
Yeah.
What number are we going to cap at?
I can't
182.
tell you this week, but I'll be able to tell you next week.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
make sure you tune in, yeah?
Just make sure you tune in. Yeah. Wait. No, we can't use that yet. No, don't point. I wasn't pointing at anything.
I wish we could keep that.
Fucking threw him to oblivion. You threw him to the slaughterhouse.
I did. Oh, God.
You still had that much to
His
say.
brain was that. He was like, no, table, no. And then I'm looking at his hand. He's like, I'm not pointing at anything. That's one of your greatest. I wish everyone could hear it, Trent, but it's going to be cut.
All right, so then we should go for the tune in next week. Then you can just go. Yeah, or don't.
No. You could do the tune in next week. And
No, but can't we use the other tune in?
No, because I said it and then you said and you threw it off.
All right. Tune in next week.
Or don't.
We'll be back regardless.
Adios, amigos.